This political statement brought to you by Dude. Hi, I'm Dude, and I give full credence and support to all these statements made therein. This is not supported by anybody but Dude. Dude for Dude, and please elect Dude. Thank you. This is Dude. All right, folks, so basically we had our first vice president debate that happened yesterday between Kaine and, of course, Pence. Well, let's just break it down. First and foremost, Pence was informative. He was presidential. In this case, he was vice presidential. He carried himself extremely honorably. He carried himself in a respectful manner. He carried himself in a way that was pretty much on point to state the situation of his side of the electoral process. Now, on the other side of the aisle, Kaine, 72 interruptions, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. 5 minutes of complete and total interruption upon Pence for the entire time that they were going back and forth. The moderator was about as useless as, well, boobs on a nun, balls on a female pig, and it really was just, it was a train wreck, okay? She was completely charitable to the Democrats and completely not even thinking about being nice or fair to the Republicans, and it was obvious for everybody to see. Case in point, Luntz did this interview, and here's the thing. I was listening to Rush a little while ago, and he broke it down pretty good. He said essentially those people who are dedicated to voting for Trump have pretty much said that Ohio is probably going to go his way. It's not going to go towards Hillary. Now, of those people that actually watched the thing going on back and forth, Luntz did an interview post-debate. Immediately, these were undecided, or people haven't decided which way they're going to vote yet. It was a group of people, and it was like, okay, now who has decided now that they're thinking that their vote is going to go towards Trump? Like 10 people raised their hands, so like a group of like 30 some odd people. Now it's like, has that really changed your idea on how you're going to vote? And no hands went up. So you know what? That says to me that essentially those people that haven't really decided which way they're going to go yet, they don't count. Okay, they haven't counted, they're not going to count, and if they do decide to vote or do something, that is going to mean something later on. Of those people who have decided how they're going to vote, though, they are going for Trump. Ohio has already said, and it's saying this very clearly, it is heading towards voting for Trump. It is not voting for Hillary in the numbers that she needs to, so much so that she has stopped doing electoral vote for me commercials in Ohio. So pretty much what it said there was pretty much that standard way of doing anything with the Democrats: post the false narrative, back up the false narrative, prove out that what they were trying to do in the first place didn't mean dick. Now, of all these things that happened, though, is people were asked what they thought about the comparison and the contrasting of Pence versus Kaine. They said, okay, Luntz was asking everybody, what did you think about Pence? Every single one-word answer was good, honorable, nice, basically put on a good persona, did everything the way that he needed to do to show himself as a member of a class of people that is trying to be the face of the nation and run it. They said essentially he is going to be a compliment to, well, Trump. I mean, there's no other way around it. He is going to compliment him very nicely. Now, the thing about it was, and this is kind of really pulling back the curtain here, Mrs. Dude, and I'm gonna pull back the curtain quite a bit here, but I'm not gonna give you like specific stuff. Mrs. Dude and I were discussing the debates like immediately after it ended, and Luntz had his little thing, and the little news guys had their little thing, and she goes, you know what? I'm a supervisor, or when I was a supervisor. She just switched positions. I'm not gonna go into any further. She works a job I can't talk about much. But she said, when I was a supervisor, I was a boss. I surrounded myself with the best people that I could. Why? Because when they do good, it looks good for me. But when they blow it up and they don't do a good job, it blows back on me and I don't look good. She goes, you know what? The fact that Trump picked somebody like Pence says a lot. And my wife is not like a huge rah-rah Republican type of person. If anything, she's kind of more of an independent. But she goes, you know what? Pence right there nailed it in the very simple aspect of he said that Trump is going to surround himself with good people who are going to compliment the ticket, compliment his cabinet, and do good things. Why? Because if you're a boss, you always want to have the best people working under you, because that's going to reflect back on you when things, have happened, and when the rubber hits the road, it's going to blow back on you if they suck or if they do good. And she said, as a supervisor, I always want to have the best possible people to back me up. And she said, you know what? Pence is a compliment to his ticket. He is an absolutely great guy. And I think it was like one of the very first times that she'd actually seen him in working and in concert and doing the political stuff, but proving himself as being the person that he is. That said, Kaine came across as a dick. He came across as rude. He came across as somebody attacking every chance possible. He came across as somebody who was scripted. He came across as somebody throwing out the most minutia way of just pulling out one line of anything out of any thing, just pulling stuff out of just like context, okay? Now, that was it. He pulled a whole bunch of his crap out of context and was like, well, Trump didn't pay taxes. Well, Trump doesn't like Mexicans. Trump says Mexicans are racist. Trump says this. Trump says that. You're not defending Trump. You're not defending Trump. You're not defending Trump. You're not defending Trump. I cannot tell you how many times I heard that phrase during that whole political debate of, you're not defending Trump. To which Pence said, fine, okay, kid gloves are off, guy. Well, Hillary's doing this. Hillary's doing that. Hillary's doing this, that, and the other thing. By and large, when Hillary does this, when she really does this, does she really mean to do that, or does this happen? Folks, I'm going to tell you what, in terms of the polling that's happened now, Kaine did not win that vice presidential debate. He looked like a dick. And I do mean like a huge, tottering, throbbing, veiny, don't want it in your face, man, mule dick. He looked like a, well, he looked like a big throbbing horse dick, okay? That's the only way to describe him, is you're just kind of standing there going, ah, get it away. Yeah, that's literally what he looked like. He looked like a big throbbing horse dick. Of those things that basically really, truly do freak out the males, we don't like to see a big dick sticking on our face. And he was a big, fat, throbbing dick. All right, folks, I'm going to break off of this one. Kaine, you're just a dick, okay? That's going to be your namesake from now on. You're Dick Kaine, okay? You are Dick Kaine. I don't care what your first name is. You're Richard Dick Kaine. Big throbbing horse dick. All right, folks, I'm going to break off of this one. And by and large, this first time out is going to compliment going into the next presidential debate where you have Freaky Eyes, Shaky Coffee Girl now going off against Trump. And we'll see how things work out from there. But if you're talking about people complimenting other parts of the cabinetry, Kaine, Richard Dick Kaine, oof, buddy, you are a big throbbing horse dick. You are not good for the thing. You're not good for anything, and pretty much you're just a big throbbing nasty thing. Ugh. All right, folks, I'm working off on this one. See you guys.